We're talking today about what gives life value. Do you want your life to have meaning? Do you want it to have significance? Do you want there to be a purpose to your life? Well, let's talk about what gives your life meaning. How is it we can do some amazing and sometimes unexplainable things, like heal our own bodies by the power of our thoughts? Mother's intuition, the law of attraction. Can we really tap into our subconscious mind? Can we really create our own realities? It begs the question, are we novice gods? Hey, thanks so much for joining me on this documentary series. We're excited to talk about how to unleash, how to get rid of all the limiting beliefs you could possibly have about yourself. Today we're talking about the value of your life. What gives your life purpose and meaning? There's a guy named Bill Damon. He gave a quote that says, "The biggest problem growing up today isn't stress, it's meaninglessness." And think about that. Where are you? Do you feel like you don't have direction in your life, that you don't have purpose, that you have maybe lost your identity, who you are and what you're here for, what you're about? Well, you can get that back. Let me tell you a story real quick. This happened a few years ago. A guy called me up, a young man who I knew came from a really wealthy family. And he wanted to just talk to me about the video business. I'm a filmmaker by trade, and he wanted to interview me about, going into this field. Well, we met, and I was kind of excited to talk to him. And in my mind, he had something that I always wanted, and that was abundant wealth. He came from a very wealthy family who had absolutely anything that they wanted and could possibly need. And yet, as we chatted, he was asking me about the filmmaking world, if it was something that he should go into. And as we were talking, one of the things that I recognized was that he didn't really care about filmmaking. Basically, what he wanted to know was, is it safe? Is it safe for me to get a job in filmmaking, or am I going to get let go? Am I going to get fired? Am I going to lose my job? How do I get a really safe job is basically what he was asking for. And I thought about that. I was really surprised because I thought, is that really what you want in life, is safety? You want to tiptoe carefully to get all the way to death? And I thought about the life that I have lived and, being in advertising and being a writer and all sorts of different things. I was let go over and over and over again. I've probably lost like 5 or 6 jobs that just went away because the economy changed, because the company went a different direction. And it was really hard for me. But you know what? I love what I do. I love who I am because I have purpose and meaning to my life. But can you imagine, as I looked in this boy's eyes, a boy that just kind of seems to have like everything ahead of him. He could do, he could be, he could have whatever he wants. And yet he didn't have fire in him. He didn't have a purpose. He didn't have meaning. He didn't have zest in his life. And I just imagined him just dragging himself out of bed each morning thinking, what am I going to do today? Or here I am. It's another day, another part of the routine, just going through it till I get to the weekend. And I just thought, what a sad way to live. Wouldn't you rather live, even if you couldn't have abundant wealth, wouldn't you rather live with purpose, with meaning, with direction, where you feel like your life means something, where you have a contribution to make, you have value to add, you have a gift to share? Well, let me tell you, my friend, you do have value to add. You do have a gift to share. There is something that only you can bring the world. And I want you to be able to go there and find it. Get your purpose. Get clear on what your gift is. And then move forward to sharing that with others. So here's just a few questions that you can ask yourself. The first question is, who are you? What is your purpose? Simple questions, I know, but the answer may be kind of elusive at first. But if you continually ask yourself these questions and be open to understanding, be open to ideas, be open to, comments from family and friends and people who genuinely care about you, you're going to find out what you're about. You can find out what lights you up, what activities energize you, which activities drain you, and go with the ones that enliven you, especially if they are in the field of service where you're making a difference and contributing to other people's lives. So I'm an entrepreneur, and I've gone to a lot of different entrepreneurial training meetings and things like that. And one of the things that they always talk about when you are starting up a company is they ask you, what is the problem this company is here to solve? What if you took that approach with your life? What if you thought, what am I here to solve? What am I here to contribute? What value do I have with the world? Mark Twain was famous for many things, but he famously said the two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. Don't you love that? Oh, I just love that. So here are a few things that you can kind of think about as you're figuring out what your purpose is, what you're here to solve. One is the magic wand test. Okay? Have you ever done this before? Where you think, okay, if I had a magic wand and I could change one thing in the world, what would it be? Okay, now think about that and think about maybe that is your purpose. Maybe that is what you're here to solve, what you're here to contribute to society, how the world is going to be a better place because of you. Now, the next thing to look at is maybe you've got a mess. Maybe you look at your life and you think, oh, the wheels came off. I destroyed my life. I've had addictions. I've been to jail. I've, been divorced. I don't know, whatever is your wreckage of life. We all have wreckage of life. Wherever we are, life didn't quite turn out the way we wanted to. One of the things that I found is a lot of times your mess becomes your message. I've talked to so many people who have been through drug addiction and horrible things who now run halfway houses or drug rehab centers or who speak in prisons and help other people. Sometimes having a messy past is a beautiful way to have a contribution future, to where the things that you have learned, the bad experiences that you've had, you can shape those into wonderful teaching lessons to help inspire other people so that they can get out of that mess faster than what you did. Your life can matter to other people because you can help them know that there's hope, know that there's a way, and you can help provide that. So anyway, think about if you've got a wreckage of life right now, don't focus on the wreckage, focus on the lesson. Focus on who you have become because of it, and think maybe your mess is in your message, or your message is in your mess. You understand what I'm saying, right? Okay, here's one more thing to consider. If you had the opportunity to do whatever you wanted, money wasn't an issue, maybe you were retired, what contribution would you want to make? Okay, this guy named Boyd Packer had this wonderful test to see if you were among the gifted. If you want to have a gift to share with other people, he said, ask yourself this question. When you are free to do what you really want, what will it be? I thought that was interesting that he said, if you are among the gifted. If you were free to do whatever you wanted, what would it be? That could be your gift. Look at that. Look, and then don't wait. Don't wait until you're retired. Don't wait until you've made $1 bazillion, but go out and live life so that you can make that contribution. The last thing that I'll share with you is if you want to give your life value, figure out what your values are. Figure out what your top 3 priorities are. Every day, list them out, and then do what you can each day to make progress with it, to make a contribution there. Harvard calls this the progress principle, and they've studied this for over 15 years. They said the happiest, most successful people were people who made regular progress in meaningful work. The fun thing is you get to decide what's meaningful, because all you have to do is find out what's meaningful for you. So I hope those ideas give you some I hope those tips give you some ideas for how to give your life value. It's an inside-out process. You don't need to find something. You don't have to go searching for something. You just need to look within and find out what you're all about. If you want to, look in the show notes below. I have a free purpose pad that I'll share with you that will help you do a morning routine and and look within to find out who you really are and what you're all about. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on another episode of Are We Novice Gods? What do you think? You've heard my thoughts. Now let's hear yours. In the comment section below, share what impressions came to your mind. What did you get out of this? If you have had thoughts to take action, please do so. Always listen to your inner voice. It's your ultimate guidance system. Of course, the best place to take action is at scottwilhite.com, because if you join me for a free web class, I will reward you by sending you my purpose planner so you can have a physical guide to help you get in touch with your inner guide. What if you are a god in the making? That would mean there's purpose to your life, meaning to your challenges. You have a great work to do. May you have the courage, faith, and power to become who you were truly meant to be. See you next time.